What are some of the most consistent mistakes that you see with with any part of it, the structure, or really anything, but just some of those things that are synonymous with law firms that are kind of under optimized when it comes to intake?
Ignoring people's feelings.
Mm,
It's literally one of the most powerful things that you can do is to pay attention to people's feelings. We believe that people make decisions based on logic, and they don't. Most decisions are emotional. If I call your law firm and Betty, who answers the phone, I feel like we're old friends because she said my name back to me. She didn't just say, "Can I get your first name? Can I get your last name?" She says, "My name's Betty. What's yours?" Margarita. "Okay, Margarita. I'm going to take down some information and get you exactly to what you need to do next. Just bear
mm,
with me." You see the difference in that tone versus, "Okay, I need your first name, your last name. May you please spell your email?" Like, I'm ignoring the emotion. Betty called me because she just had a car accident, or she's in the middle of a divorce, or she needs, a green card, because she's about to get deported, or whatever the legal issue is,
yeah.
right? And she's feeling all these emotions, and I completely ignore that. If I'm not even a legal professional and I work at the worst law firm, but I take the time to connect with Betty, and I keep saying her name. Your name's not Betty, but you're feeling the warm and fuzzies, aren't you? Because I'm saying, "Betty, my name's Margarita. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to just take down some information," right? It goes a
Yeah.
long way. And that's one of the most effective ways to get people off the market, because Betty's going to remember that I said her name over and over. She felt comfortable with me. The other thing is mirroring. Mirroring is so powerful as well. It's powerful in negotiation. It's also powerful in connection. I'm talking 30 seconds in an elevator type connection. If the caller says, "I think, then I respond with, "Well, I think you're really going to like so-and-so. I'm going to set you up a consultation with Russell. He's the best. I think that this is exactly what you need." If the caller says, "I feel like I'm just so confused. I feel so scared. Well, I'm so happy that you called. I personally am so happy that you called, because we've helped so many people like you. And I feel like you're going to really be comfortable here. You're going to connect with our team." I'm
Hmm.
mirroring the way the person's speaking. Now the person feels, and this is all subconscious, now the person feels a sense of familiarity with me. And those are two opportunities that most law firms miss, because we have our checklist. We got to get the first name and last name. We got to get the email. We got to qualify the case, and we
Right.
got to get in, get out. And I'm not talking about adding 10 minutes to the call here either, right? It's
Hmm.
just making these statements. "I'm so glad you called. My name's blank. What's yours?" And just mirroring their language. You can still
Yeah.
do that within 5 minutes or less in most cases, right?
Hmm.
For the initial intake, I know every firm is structured differently. Some people are like, "My people are trained to take you from, the initial getting your information to sending you a contract." You can do that. It may take longer. Some people are like, "I have a call center, or I have two people. All they do is answer the phone, get some surface information, and then we have a dragon or a salesperson that calls them back." Whatever your structure is, you can still follow that same formula of prioritizing connection. We teach in our workshops and, and in our online course, that
Hmm.
there's three main objectives that you should always hit at every single call. And one of them is, connection. The other one is gathering information. And then the other one is building trust. So
Mm.
if I can build trust and connect with you and gather your information, I'm golden. I don't have to be a lawyer or a paralegal or have been working at your law firm for more than a week to be able to do those things. It's all
Yeah.
emotional.
And do you feel like that can be trained? Because I think some people, that I've talked to in the past, come from the place of, well, my assistant can't do that, or I don't think they're ready to have those type of conversations. But because some of it sounds kind of, not challenging, but like, that it's either kind of a mentality someone has or they don't. But I mean, do you feel like that's been something that is totally trainable, with different law firms, or are there kind of, basic fundamental pieces of a personality that really, that are needed to make be a good intake person?
That's a really good question. And I would have to say that my initial answer is yes, it can be trained,
Mm,
but or it is something that you can train anybody to do, but it's going to take longer for some than others. Like
yeah.
some people are just in such a bad space, like mentally and emotionally, that we can give them all of the training and one-on-one coaching, and it's going to be years before they can get to where they need to be for that role. And
Yeah.
so, what I would like to offer as an alternative to stressing about can I train this person or not is when you're hiring sales and intake people, yes, look for people that are detail oriented and that can sell, but also ask them questions that'll help you qualify whether they have some of the fundamental things, mindset things, right? Like
Hmm.
what is their attitude about money? Like how do they feel about asking for money? And you can tell by the way they negotiate their salary. If you've got somebody that you interview, that you're interviewing for a sales and intake position, and they don't at least try to negotiate with you a little bit, that's something to pay attention to, right?
Yeah.
And you may have a generous package or whatnot, so maybe there's no room to negotiate, but somebody that has the building blocks for a good like sales and intake mindset is
Mm,
somebody that's going to be comfortable asking for what they want. They're going to
right.
be comfortable speaking up. Hey, you've got me sending out these motions and responding and checking the mail and answering the phone. The call volume's going up a little bit too much. Can I get some help here? Right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person that you want to keep, right?